from where it would have been.
Well, Mikey, of course, he doesn't, he never, he's a humble bumble.
I know he is, but that's part of the reason why his status is so high, because he doesn't think of it as high, but he really has.
He doesn't think of it as high. And his, he had fun here. He told me how much fun he was having. He waited till the last moment as far as when he was needing to leave. He was really having fun here. He told his boss, the night before or whatever, that his life couldn't get any better. He was on top of the world. He truly was living life to the fullest and enjoying himself. And, he really was a good example to his peers, and in a fun, accepting way of how he did it. And even the messages he was trying to give out, working as a DJ through music, was one of his tools that he was using. And he was pretty proud of how he had done, considering the short time, he was here. But he did it in an accepting way that the college kids liked. And it worked for him, it worked for him. So he was pleased overall with how he had done.
Quite a beautiful soul. And as I started to say before, his book, Flying High in Spirit, is, I think, one of the best summations there is of what it's like, especially what it's like to transition. He died in a car crash, and he was out of the body when it happened. And when he talks about what it was like to go to the afterlife, to resume his eternal mind, which is what happens very soon after, all of that, I think all of that just by itself is worth the price of reading Flying High in Spirit. I urge that book on everyone who's hearing my words. It is a terrific book, and it's meticulously exactly what Mikey wrote. That's one of the things Carol was certain about. She made sure it was exactly word for word what Mikey said. So I just urge that book on everyone. And I'm so sorry we've used every minute of our time for Mikey. So I'm so sorry we've come to the end of our time, but we have many more questions in our list that we will talk about again when Mikey comes back in the fall. So thank you so much for being here, my dear, and consider yourself hugged.
Thanks, Roberta. It was fun being on the show.
We'll do this again soon. So as I said again, everyone, we've come to the end of our time. This has been Seek Reality with Roberta Grimes. I'm so happy you were with us today. Please never forget that you are a powerful, eternal being. You never began, you never will end. And when you fully get what that means, it's going to change everything in your life for the better. Next week, our guest will be the glorious Sandra Champlain. She'll be with us for the 13th time. And oh, do I ever remember when I first met Sandra, too. It was in a restaurant just outside Boston, and her book, We Don't Die, had just been published. Next week, I'll tell you a little bit about that story. And frankly, Sandra is one of the great gifts we all have. She is, I think, going to be the next really great person in this field. And today we've been talking with the beloved mother-son team of Carol and Mikey Morgan. And frankly, if you're a skeptic about Mikey, I'm sorry for you, but Mikey is a genuine article. And I just love them both to pieces. Read Flying High in Spirit, and you will never, ever be sorry you did it. That's one of the great books in this field. And now, frankly, I've used all of our time. Just never forget, Seek Reality Online is your one-stop resource for all things afterlife. And Craig Hogan is the great person in this field. He's going to come back, actually, in just another couple of weeks or so. As you know, all my nonfiction books are available to you just about everywhere books are sold. If you can't find them on the shelf, you can order them. Past episodes of Seek Reality are available on webtalkradio.net and of just about anywhere you can find just about anything. Oh, Lord. I just love having Carol and Mikey here. He always makes me smile. And meanwhile, this has been Seek Reality with Roberta Grimes. Please enjoy, please make the most of this coming week in our one reality, knowing that you are a powerful, eternal being. and you most of all in the whole universe. You are infinitely loved.
You've been listening to Seek Reality with Roberta Grimes. Roberta blogs and answers questions at robertagrimes.com. Join us every week as we explore what the afterlife evidence and modern science combine to tell us is true about the one reality we all share. Knowing the truth changes everything.